part of the Sky Satellite
Hello and welcome to the 1995 Embassy World Pool Championships. More than 100 players from 20 nations competing for 3 titles at stake here at the Parkwall Hotel at Charnock Richard near Chorley in Lancashire. Today's match is a quarter-final in the men's individual event. It features the defending world champion Rob McKenna, a man who says his ambition is to win more world titles than anyone else in his era. He's up against Daz Ward, who says that losing quarter-final stage 12 months ago was the biggest disappointment of his life. It's an experience he does not want to repeat today. Let's meet the players now with our MC, Alan Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, first a young man, 25 years of age, with tons of flair and ability, capable of beating the best. And to reach today's quarter-final, he's defeated Thomas Kinsella, Emmett Toll, and Eric Lacoste. Provisionally ranked number 6 for the event, will you welcome please the former Brenton Pontins Pro-Am champion and the reigning Embassy Professional Masters champion from Sheffield, Daz Ward. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, the defending champion and the one they all have to beat, one of the most attacking players in the modern day game, a former world speed champion, twice at the Pontins professional champion, and 5 times the Welsh champion. He's looked in brilliant form in the earlier rounds. In defence of this coveted crown, can I ask you to welcome the Wizard of Wales, Rob McKenna. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the man in charge of the match, Marshall Mortar.
First frame, as water break.
So it's dazzling Daz Ward from England trying to unseat the Welsh wizard Rob McKenna, the defending champion here. That's not an ideal start from the Englishman.
Foul. Open table.
With that foul, it's going to be an open table. Daz Ward will be keen to try and make amends here. This is the quarterfinals in the 1995 Embassy World Pool 8-Ball Championships. That man at the table is currently the man to beat. He's the holder. He won this title 1 year ago.
Red ball's in play.
Red balls will be in play. So this will be a best of 17 encounter between these two. First player to get to 9 will be through to the semifinals. And this certainly has to be considered an ideal start for Rob McKenna, an early chance, an opportunity to settle the nerves, get into the match. The first frame always important. Very fortunate to be joined in the commentary box today by UK number 1, himself a pre-tourney favorite for the singles crown, Keith Brewer. And Keith, I know that in the position that Rob is facing right now, he would like to end it right here and now.
Yes, and Daz won't be very happy with the break, because the last thing he wanted to do was just let Rob in with a very easy finish. That's exactly what he's done. Of course, it will give him a lot of confidence for the remainder of the match. It's a long way to go, first to 9. And I know if I was playing, I'd be exactly thinking to himself, oh, this is just great. It's exactly what I want with the confidence. And he's had to do nothing with the cue ball at all. He's just had to roll them all in.
And in goes the black. And the defense of the Embassy crown for that man is off on the right track. It's Rob McKenna of Wales leading Daz Ward from England by 1 frame to 0. So the Welshman Rob McKenna now breaking off in frame 2.
Yellow ball pot. Red ball's
Well,
nominated.
Rob will be delighted with the break. It's very important in these world rules to get a ball off the break. He now has the choice of colour. He must nominate the colour before he plays. But such are the rules, it's very, very important to get a ball down off the break. And it has to be said that the red's very well situated here for Rob.
Young Rob was saying earlier, he doesn't just want to win world titles. He wants to win more of them than any player in the modern era. He doesn't want to just be the best player today. He wants to be the best player that's ever picked up a pool cue.
Well, just watching this shot here, Jim, he's gone a little bit out of position. And even if he does pop the 2 reds, he's going to have a difficult black. One thing that we have noticed about the table is that the pockets are a little tight, especially up the rails. I would say a little bit tighter than they've been for the previous 2 years. And that's not really a bad thing, that's a good thing. You've just got to be a little bit more accurate with your tossing. There's nothing wrong with that. But as I said, this black is going to be a tight one.
Yes, without doubt. He may be able to get the red position. Far from easy.
Yellow ball's to play.
Well, to be quite honest, I think that's the best result he could have had, because I can't see anything of the shot he would have had on the black there. And to leave the ball over the pocket is actually put Daz in an awkward position. I'm sure he'll be delighted that it stayed over the pocket.
Daz lists that's his biggest disappointment, losing 7-6. A hard-fought quarterfinal match last year in this very Embassy tournament. But he's a very capable player, great potter, as all of these pool players are. This championship table, not very forgiving. Balls have to be in.
And that's quite a good shot that Daz has played. He's tried to put him in the most awkward snooker he can, but Rob has got the option. This is to play the black down to the red. Now the reason he's done this is because Daz does not have a 3-ball situation. In other words, he cannot pocket the red ball. He has 2 visits. But Rob's took a chance in the fact that he doesn't think he'll get down to the black ball with the 2 shots. And if that's the case, obviously he will be favouring. So for Daz to win this frame, he must be able to pot the yellow down on the bottom cushion near the black ball and remain with 2 visits when he gets down to the black.
Yes, Keith, good point. Just again to remind our viewers at home, the 2-visit rule comes into effect when a foul has been committed any time other than the break. This really serves sometimes as an insurance policy. You can save that second visit. That was a terrific shot that Daz played there under that awkward yellow.
Yeah, and this is going to be the pressure pot now. It's along the rail, and he's got to make this pot. He knows it himself. He cannot afford to rattle this. Yes, he's got it. You can see the relief on Daz's face there. Now it's just a matter of bringing the black out and making sure he lands with an easy pot. Oh, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, that's completely changed the complexion of this frame. He would have had 2 shots at the black. Now, even if he gets this yellow, he's just got 1. So he might well not even attempt this, Keith.
In fact, Jim, I'm sure he won't. I'm sure he'll just settle for another snooker here, just run off the yellow, leave the white on the bottom rail. Rob's got 2 options. He can either come up and down the table for the red, or again, he may opt just to play the black a little nearer to the red. I can't really see Daz potting the yellow and coming over for the black. He can do, but it's a chancy thing to do. There you go. And that's a good shot. He's actually blocked the angle up and down the table. So we may just see Rob play up to the black. In fact, a better shot here, Jim, would be just to play the white up to the top left-hand corner of the table, where he couldn't pot it. He's got to make sure he can't pot the yellow with his first shot. He's opted just to trickle up to it. And of course, at this game, that's what you're allowed to do. And Daz cannot opt to pick the white up. You can only do that in a 3-ball situation. So Bob McKenna there just opted to roll up to the ball and stop Daz potting the yellow with his first visit. Of course, he needs the 2 visits on the black. So it'll be interesting to see what Daz does from here. Remembering now, when he plays this shot, the ball must touch a cushion, otherwise it's a foul shot. So we may see Daz just glance off the yellow and play another snooker.
Second visit.
Now, I'm not so sure what Rob will do here. He could go up and down the table and pot the red. So he's opting not to do that.
Foul.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Again, making sure that Daz has no shot on the yellow. And this could go on for a while, Jim.
Second visit.
Well, both of these players with emphatic wins en route to this quarterfinal. Daz by virtue of an 8-4 victory over the French captain Eric Lacaze, whereas defending champion Rob McKenna ousted the Australian Darren Martin by 8 frames to 3. So they haven't really been pushed. This certainly promises to be no easy road for either of them.
Foul. 2 visits.
Well, in a way, that was a dangerous shot. He hasn't come out of this too bad. But the thing to note there was that if the yellow would have finished just an inch or 2 above the black, Daz could have tried, obviously, to bring both of the balls out of that corner of the table in the one shot, which it doesn't appear he can do now. So, that's an unbelievable shot. Daz obviously thinking he could pot the red there. And he's left a 3-ball situation.
And in effect, that mistake is going to cost him the frame. Not a dream start for Daz Ward. By the same token, title holder Rob McKenna surges forward. It's a best of 17 quarterfinal, and he leads the Englishman by 2 frames to 0.
You're watching Sky Sports 2.
Brian, Daz Ward right, 2 frames to 0.
Yellow ball box.
Well, he's in his chair now. Frame 3. As Ward, having knocked the ball in off the break, is facing an open table. It does look a little messy right now. Nothing easy to start.
Yes, isn't it funny how the breaks determine the frame? Remember the first frame when Daz made a foul on the break, all the reds were just sitting, and this time they all seem to have bunched up near the pockets, and one near the black. There's no obvious clearance on for either player, and well, that's poor for you. And that's what makes it so fast and exciting to watch, because every frame is entirely different.
And obviously, given the position of reds and yellows in this third frame, good bet we're going to see some tactical play here yet again. On this larger surface, which they've moved from the preliminary rounds to the later stages here, this table 4x8, you don't often see as much tactical play. It usually favors the open, aggressive potter, such as a Rob McKenna.
Yes, that's right, Jim, and I'm sure that most of our viewers have been watching for the last couple of years are more than aware that we do move on to a bigger table for the televised stage. And it has to be said, I feel it favours Rob McKenna more than any other player, because he did used to be a professional snooker player, and he's no foreigner to being on a slightly bigger table, where most of the players are playing on 7x4s all year long, me included. And it does make a big difference. I'm sure that most of our viewers are more than aware of that. And that's why Rob will start favourite to win this title once again. I did say that if he did make the televised stages, I couldn't really see him losing. Every player can beat him, but he is such a good player on this larger table.
And really, Keith plays with a tremendous amount of confidence, too. A lot of self-belief in Rob McKenna.
Yes, he's very much at home on this table. If the televised tournament was on a 7x4, I can honestly say he probably wouldn't start favourite. But once you get onto this size table, it don't matter where you're playing, he would start favourite every time on this size. I've never seen any player stroke the ball so well on an 8-foot table than this man.
Oh, bad miss there. An open pot that Rob would normally get.
It's my fault, that one, Jim, isn't it? Kiss of death there. Just me praising him and he misses a straight ball. I feel like it's a very, very rare to see Rob miss such an easy ball. 2-0 down, as we'll know that he's got to do something with this chance. At this level, you've got to take every chance you can.
And certainly, if not for a careless mistake in the preceding frame, as knows, he could have well been looking at 1-1. The 2-0 deficit that he faces now, he's got to make amends.
This is the big shot coming up. Obviously, he's going to try and pop the yellow and bring the other yellow into play. Remembering that when he does so, he will also bring all the reds into play. It's very important. That doesn't look too bad. It's not the easiest shot into the middle, but at least he's landed on it.
This is the big shot.
30 seconds remaining.
And that's a terrific pot. A real pressure ball. As Ward has knocked it in. And now Keith, the frame really at his mercy.
Yes, I'm sure he'll be very relieved. ball got back in. It was a brave shot he took on when he decided to pop the ball and move it out because he wasn't guaranteed to finish on it. He took a chance and it's paid off. That's a little confidence booster for him.
A big boost of confidence for the Englishman. And Daz Ward knocks that black in, and with it, pulls the frame back. He still trails Rob McKenna from Wales by 2 frames to 1. And of course, the big shot in that third frame, as far as that man was concerned, was this real tricky yellow into the center. Very acute angle. And boy, I'll bet you there was a lot of relief in him when he saw that ball drop. So he knows now he's going to be in for a battle.
Open tables.
Well, already this will be a confidence booster for Daz as well. Rob's failed to pocket a ball on the break, which is a rarity in itself. They're both using break-off cues. I don't know if any of our viewers have noticed that. They're both using American-type break-off cues. Like I said, the break is such an important thing in these rules.
Yellow ball's in play.
Yes, and there you see it. Obviously, the reason for that being they don't want to damage their tip with the amount of power that's imparted into the break shot. Really common sense there.
Red balls to play.
So the tournament's #1 seed and defending champion Rob McKenna in with red balls on. He wants to try and avoid these tactical battles. He's such a freewheeling player with a lot of natural ability. Wants to keep the balls open so that if he buys himself a chance, he can get in and do the damage.
Yeah, and it has to be said, good play from Daz here because he knows what he has to do to beat Rob, and that's keep the game tight if he can. And already he's got both of the bottom pockets covered, which is going to stop Rob having any go at a finish, at least for the next couple of shots. So he's in the favourable position. Now, although Rob has played a couple of tactical shots, he isn't the best tactical player that we've got. So he's going to have to think very hard about his next couple of shots. Otherwise, Daz will be on a finish very shortly.
There's an awful lot of yellow balls covering pockets right now, Keith. And that can only work to the advantage of Daz Ward.
Yes, we're moving into a heavy tactical battle now. And that's a great shot that Rob's played. To be honest, that was the only shot he could play to keep himself in this frame. Now, I would imagine, looking at the table, that Daz may just pop this red over the pocket. And if he does, he's still favourite. Yep, there we go. Now, remembering that although Rob's got 2 visits in this situation, he does not have a 3-ball situation. So, obviously, the red that's over the yellow is virtually impossible for Rob to play. So, he's not even going to have a try for a finish here. It's going to be more tactical play. And having done that, Rob now cannot win this frame unless he plays an exceptional shot. Because he cannot move them reds out of the pocket now. Daz has got his yellow over there. And the only way that Rob can finish this game is if somehow Daz was to pop that yellow, or Rob was to pop that yellow, obviously making a foul. So Daz is in a very strong position here. Very strong. Again, another good shot there from Rob, trying to buy back some of the initiative. But again, Daz can just get straight down and pop this red. This could go on for a couple of shots now, Jim.
Yes, in stark contrast to professional snooker, where obvious fouls are committed here, and they can benefit you. Man from Sheffield, as Ward, is a full-time professional. 25 years of age. And a mainstay of the English team.
That's a very good shot Daz has played to pocket the yellow ball. He didn't actually have to do that. He could have elected just really to run out all the yellows, leave the last one over the pocket, and then just wait for Rob to knock it in. But he's decided to attack. If you look where the three yellows are, he shouldn't really have much problem from here.
Yes, and now totally committed to the clearance as well, Keith.
And to be honest, Jim, looking at the finish he's taken out here, it's only a sign of confidence. Because if he weren't very confident, I'm sure he wouldn't have tapped the ball in that was over the pocket. He could have just held on for another 10 minutes and made sure he won this frame. But he hasn't done that. He's decided to attack, a sign of growing confidence. So watch out, Rob McKenna.
It's there. And the Englishman, Daz Ward, has leveled the counts here in the quarterfinal. And that man knows it. It's 2 frames apiece. Rob McKenna from Wales breaking off now. You can see now how that last 3 frames that have gone against him might have been a little frustration in that break.
Yep, and just look at Rob there. He's not a happy man. He's lost his 2-0 lead. And just look at this, completely off the table. What he's done there is just give it an extra little bit to make sure he had a good break. He knew it was important to come back with the frame. And because the white's off the table, it's 2 visits.
Yes, important to note, it's the only time you get 2 visits off the break is if you do knock the white off the table. Had the white gone into a pocket off the break, it's still not considered a 2-visit foul. So hasn't Daz Ward turned the tables on the defending champion?
Well, just looking at the way the balls have come out here, Jim, they haven't particularly come out well. 1 or 2 hiding in awkward positions. And Daz will be taking it on, I think, because he's got the 2 visits and he knows that if he takes this frame, Rob McKenna is going to be in bits.
Well, he would certainly have been looking good had he gotten that red because he cleared the one real awkward one. Now 1 of the visits has gone astray. So Daz Ward doesn't have that luxury. He's got to do it all now if in fact he decides to take it on.
Well, I don't know what to say there. He seems to have got a little bit excited, I think. We've seen him have a go. He's missed that other pot. Really, what he could have done there, he could have just knocked his bad one into play, left the white near the bottom rail, and he would have been in such a good position. Really would have forced Rob to take on a difficult pot. And had he missed, of course, would have left as an easy finish. But having done what he's just done there, well, it's going to give Rob that little bit of confidence, isn't it? It's giving him a chance. The balls are well in the open. Be interested to see how Rob reacts. Because he hasn't really been put under that much pressure in the past on this big table, and he's under it a little bit now.
Once more, that's the first foot wrong Daz Ward has put in 3 frames. So Rob McKenna could take a little bit of encouragement there. He's been in superlative form, as Daz Ward.
Well, I have to say that's amazing. Rob's elected to play a safety shot by covering the pockets, and that is only a sign that he is under pressure. He's only got one bad ball, and normally Rob McKenna, that we all know, would have just had a go at the finish there. Time after time last year on his way to his world title, we saw him take out finishes from positions where most players wouldn't have had a go.
Terrific shot from Daz Ward. A lot of interested spectators here for this quarterfinal match. They really are being treated to some quality pool. Still some awkward balls, Keith. Which color would you favor from this position?
Yeah, I was just looking at that shot myself. He's just played. I was just wondering if the ball would have squeezed past into the pocket. Now, they're not so bad the way they've come out. Daz has got the one bad red, which is the one near the side rail. It's being slightly hampered by the yellow above it. So Daz has really got to make a decision now on what he's going to do. He's either going to have a little go at the finish, or he's going to have to look for a decent safety option. Now, with having the 2 reds up near the bulk rail, it limits his options. So we may see him take this on. Well, there's the big shot coming up. As I said, he's took on the finish. He's got to be pinpoint on this last red. Now, he's actually got one option here. If he can get the white over to the side rail, he can actually play the red off the yellow into the corner pocket. Because if you look, the yellow is actually making it a big pocket. Now, this is a big shot. It doesn't look to be on it well enough. He did have to have the white on the side rail. Little look for Rob there. He's a little pleased that he's not on it.
He was quick to have a look. Shake of the head from Rob McKenna. He was telling some of his supporters, can't get that red.
Go to seconds remaining.
Well, obviously, he couldn't see enough. He wasn't on the rail. He's actually, what he's done is put a little bit of side on. He was hoping he might just be able to bend it a little bit. But I think it was asking a lot, really. So, Rob McKenna has a very good chance now to level up the match. And normally, he puts these away no problem at all.
Yes, normally, but he's just dropped the preceding 3 frames. So he's got to be struggling. Very important for the champion to try and regain the initiative and bring some momentum back onto his side. So there's a tremendous amount of pressure out there on his shoulders at this particular moment. Pretty straightforward, Keith. Looks like Rob McKenna is going to square everything up here. 3 frames apiece. That's just exactly what he's done. So the Welshman, clawing his way back, he's now leveled accounts with the Englishman Daz Ward. 3 frames all. Balls are there, got to be taken.
Yeah, and it was just worth noting as well that Rob did take his time on the finish. It was very easy, but he took his time, made sure he didn't make a mistake. The normal Rob McKenna, very flamboyant, he just gets in there, fast player, not that time. So you could just tell that Daz has got him under a little bit of pressure in this match.
And even though Daz Ward has knocked the ball in off the break, it's still an open table, regardless of which color he made. He can still elect either yellow or red. And he's opting for the yellows.
Yellow balls in play.
And probably the reason he's opted for the yellows is the one that's over the left-hand corner pocket as we look is guarding the pocket from the red. And now that he's covered the other pocket, he's now in complete control of the game. That's very important in this game of pool. If the ball's over the pocket and your opponent's got one there and it won't pot, you're at a big advantage, so it is worth taking that suit. What Daz had to do, he had to make sure he potted the yellow on the first shot, because the rule is that if you don't pocket the colour, if you do nominate it, you must pot one with your first shot. So that's why he potted the yellow in the middle with his first shot. Now Rob's potted a couple of balls, and I'm just wondering whether this red might sneak past into the corner pocket, because Rob is actually going game. And it may well do, actually. It may well squeeze in there. We've got a very good view, and I think it does.
Certainly looked like it would have gone, Keith, but not on that occasion. Now he's turned it right over to Daz Ward.
Yeah, Daz will be relieved, because obviously when he's covered the pocket, he assumed that that would not go. And obviously it was very tight. All it's done is cleared the pocket open. Now Daz is just going to play 1 or 2 clever shots here. Here we go. That's quite a good shot. What he's trying to do there, he's trying to manoeuvre the 2 bottom yellows into play, which I think he has done. And at the same time, making sure he hasn't left Rob McKenna an easy shot. A big shot for Rob McKenna coming up here. This is a big shot. That's a great shot.
Tremendous red from McKenna. Again, back in the driver's seat. Doesn't waste any time at all, Keith. In fact, he is the world champion record holder at speed pool. That's quite apparent. Gets down and about his work very quickly. At least apart from this particular occasion.
30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, he's certainly been slowed down a bit by the Dazzler, hasn't he? The object here is the red just below the black. As we look, it's obviously going to be his tricky ball. It only goes into the left-hand corner pocket as we look. He's tried to get on it there. I don't think he's got on it. So I think Rob's got to pull one out the fire now.
Good news, bad news, I think. It was a great red. Can he get through to the last one? Very close. He's having a good look at it. There you can see he may well be able to get through to it, but certainly doesn't pot. Maybe trying the double into the middle that he's holding the cue over. And this is a do or die shot.
30 seconds remaining.
Again, tremendous red. Fully deserved position on the black. And now, unless he can loop this, Keith, going to be Daz's frame to win or lose.
Yeah, it's a total snooker that Rob's really got to have a go at potting it. If he gets good contact, he can send it towards the middle pocket. He's got to hope it goes in. He's been very unlucky. He's pulled out 2 unbelievable doubles. And he's had a little swipe there. He's had a little swipe. He's took his chance there. He's not finished too bad with the white, but obviously Daz now is the favourite to win this frame. He's only got 1 bad ball on the side rail. So this shot will be a big one though, because obviously he's bridging over the ball. He may elect to play a safety shot up the table, bringing the ball into play at the same time. It just depends how he feels on this shot.
Possibly at some stage here, he might try and exact 2 visits, Keith, just to give himself that little extra insurance. Points for sure, he can't afford a mistake. That black precariously perched over the right-hand center.
He's under it a bit here as well. He's played the plant. I can see what he's going to try and do. He's going to play the plant. He was going to pot the other ball. And he was going to pot the upper of the 2 yellows, try and move the one off the rail and go for home. But it just hasn't worked out quite that well for him. I think he's already made his mind up. He's having to go for the finish in this frame. That's a brave thing to do with the yellow on the side rail like this. I think he's going to go all the way. I think he's committed himself. He's going to have to try and move it with his shot, I think.
He's certainly approaching this match, and in fact every frame, with a very positive attitude. And sometimes that can send messages to your opponent as well.
Yes, that's right, Jim. And you can tell by Rob's reactions in some of the earlier frames as has won that, yeah, the message is home. And he's obviously decided now he's going to try and take this yellow down the rail. And I'm telling you, he's going to have to be spot on with this next shot. Spot on.
So this is really the frame ball right now, Keith. If he gets it, he wins. If he misses it, he loses. And I think Daz thought that he had that. These pockets just, I mentioned earlier, a little tighter than these players are used to. And that kept the yellow out. And just when he was looking good, he loses the frame and gift wraps it and hands it right over to the defending champion, Rob McKenna.
You're watching Sky Sports 2.
So Rob McKenna reinstills his lead, albeit by 1 frame. What a terrific battle this is turning into. 4 frames to 3 leads. A best of 17. So it's the first player to 9. Still a long road to hoe.
Open side.
I'm just watching the way the players are playing at the moment. It's just apparent. I think they both know they're in a big match. They're both playing quite well. Just the odd little mistake, which the other players capitalising on straight away. I think we all felt this was going to be quite an exciting match. Just looking at the first 7 frames, it's living up to expectations so far.
Yes, very high quality. As you said, mistakes that have come have been punished severely by both players.
Didn't want that one. Wanted that one over the pocket. It's still not the end of the world for him. It's just that there isn't an apparent finish on here. It's got a slightly awkward ball there, which is the upper of the 2 yellows near the black. In fact, as they are being very sensible. The reason he's done that is because to go for the finish really wasn't on. It would have been a bit suicidal. So by putting the ball over that pocket, as you can see, Rob's got a couple of reds there on the side rail. It now gives Daz the upper edge in this frame.
Certainly, as if there wasn't enough pressure out there, the Embassy World Crown, big in itself, there's quite a bit of pocket change on offer. A total of $20,500 in this individual championship, with £5,000 going to the eventual winner, the 1995 Embassy World 8-ball pool champion. And in a few days, we're going to know who that is. Will it be one of these two players?
And I must say now that Daz just seems to have tightened his game up a little bit. He's attacked for a couple of frames. He's gone 4-3 down. And now he's playing the balls a little bit more sensibly. He owns the bottom half of the table now. He's got Rob in a bit of trouble. Just a couple of good shots here. Manoeuvring himself into a winning position. Rob's just looking at this shot. I think what he might be trying to do here, Jim, is to move the yellow away from the pocket when he pots the red. No, in fact, he's trying to cover up. That was very surprising. That is not a Rob McKenna type shot at all. Just a little sign there that he's thinking about it before he plays. Normally, he would just go for home there every time. Very surprised.
Just very aggressive by nature. We saw that last year. He steamrolled his way right through to the crown. He's playing very tentative pool right now. Making a lot of good pots. He's got two very awkwardly placed reds.
He's got a couple of options here, though, Jimmy. He could try to play the red down onto the yellow over the bottom right-hand corner pocket. And if he leaves the red over the pocket, he will actually be in quite a good position. Because under these rules, of course, he can't give a free ball away. Just looking at this, maybe Rob's going for an out here. And this is a bit like more the Rob we know. It's going to have to be something pretty spectacular to finish from here.
Not today.
Well, that's a great shot there, Jim, isn't it? He's actually played backwards across the plant, put the ball in over the pocket, got all four yellows into play, and the blacks in the open. Very, very big chance this is for Daz. It's one of them situations where all the four yellows are easy, but of course he's under a little bit of pressure and he knows he doesn't want to make a mistake.
That's a lot of side imparted. He wants to take the more awkward yellow. Obviously very clear in his mind. He's going for game right here. And that is a bad miss. He's really given McKenna a chance where he shouldn't have.
Yeah, and that's what I was just saying, Jimmy. He just wanted to make sure of the finish. And the pockets are a little tight when you're playing along the rails, even though that was an inch or two out. Previous couple of years, that would never ever have stopped up. It gives Rob a chance he should never have had. And to be honest, looking at the three reds, it isn't much of one. But we've seen him time and time again muster up some kind of a shot. So let's see what he comes up with this time, everyone.
Won't be happy with that. Yellow still on, but maintaining position on the last yellow. Not easy. Mind you, when you've got that small white, you can really kill the pace. This is missable.
Yeah, it's a shocking shot before by Daz. I think he was trying to screw along the rail and actually move it along a little bit. So he's dealt with it very well there.
Daz Ward takes the black, and with it, again, pulls back on level turns with Rob McKenna. And all to play for in this quarterfinal in the 1995 Embassy World Pool 8-Ball Championships. 4 frames apiece. This best of 17 encounter. That man, the defending champion. He's really being tested here. The Englishman Daz Ward, the Dazzler they call him. He's lived up to that nickname. Shown some sparkling play. And the signs of the pressure that Ward is exacting on Rob McKenna have really been evident, Keith.
Yeah, that was one of them breaks where the white's gone safe, but the reds were very open. Rob's decided to take on the hard red. Obviously, if he gets it, he's favourite for the frame. So they are a bit tight along the rails, as mentioned before. Daz will be very happy that that hasn't gone in, because he's left him in a very good position. When you're like this, it's just a matter of picking the balls off in the correct order.
Daz trailed in this quarterfinal. He dropped the first 2 frames. He came back, winning the next 3. Now, as we see it, 4 frames each. This has to be considered a big chance very early in this 9th frame for Daz Ward. Must be thinking about the out here.
Well, yeah, not the best shot in the world there from Daz. I think he was just trying to miss the red. And then he was going to go for the top left-hand red. I think he may still be on that one. And the fact that he's not the red up there a couple of inches will actually help him attain position on the black ball. So it could work in his favour here, Jim.
Needs good position here, Keith, from this red to the one nearest the black. Should he get it? That really would be the key to winning this frame. Establishing that 1 frame lead that he enjoyed earlier in this match.
Now for this shot, Jim, he's got to use the rest. And we don't play on the 8 foots that much in tournament play. So I wouldn't imagine Daz is the best player with the rest. There you go.
Key shot, this one. And a great pot, just lookers finished on the block. Couldn't have worked out better. That's just what Daz Ward wanted. A quick finish, something to build on. Now the Englishman is leading the defending champion by 5 frames to 4.
Please come in before the start, frame 4 at the end, please. Thank you very much.
And really, that last red was a big shot, especially given the position that he attained onto the black. Couldn't have struck that one any better. What a confidence boost that'll be for Daz Ward. Trails by the odd frame, 5-4 to Daz Ward, the Englishman from Sheffield. And really the order of the day, with McKenna breaking off here, Keith. big break.
Ready.
He needs something to build on.
Well, he's got a ball down, Jim, which is the first objective of the break.
Yellow ball four.
You can see the relief in his face just by getting a ball on the break.
The break really huge in this 8-ball pool. At least if you can keep control of the table, you've always got the advantage.
Yes, and it has become more important playing these world rules, Jim, because under the normal rules, when you pot a ball, then you're automatically on that suit. But with the rules having choice, it became more prominent. And Rob was the instigator of bringing in kind of the American-type break cue. And then some of the other players have followed up. As you can see, Daz is using one in this match as well.
A little bit unlucky there. I think he wanted to clear the pocket, the left-hand middle, for that one red on the left-hand side of the table as we see it. It certainly hasn't worked out in his favor here.
No, it hasn't perfectly come out for him, but he has got the ball down the rail here. Well, that was a long way out, wasn't it? See, really there, Rob should have just been covering the pockets, because as you can see, the black's down in the corner. If he had just rolled it down the cushion, stuck in the pocket, then he would have been in a very good position with the other three reds easily possible. A little bit of a rush of blood there, and I'm just wondering if it's the sign, you know, he's under a little bit of pressure. Daz is playing well, he isn't missing a lot, and if he keeps playing shots like that, he will grow in confidence. And Daz plays for me in the England team, and I know that when people do start faltering against him, he does grow in confidence.
And Daz himself, a terrific potter, as is McKenna. He can fight fire with fire here in this quarterfinal.
Well, he's perfectly situated now. His only problem is going to be the yellow near the left-hand middle pocket. All he needs is one good positional shot from here. And he's got a 2-frame lead. Oh dear. A little bit of a rush of blood there, I think. Wasn't sure where he's trying to get the white ball, because he's gone down the left-hand side of it. Just a loose shot, I think, there, Jim.
Well, regardless, he's given McKenna another chance. One that he didn't want to give. But he's got that one awkward red still on the left-hand side. So this isn't going to be a formality.
Surely his shot now, Jim, is just to cover the pocket here. As I said before, when he took the one down the rail, if he does cover the pocket, the black won't go nowhere, and he's in a very good position.
Yes, well spotted, Keith. Now tactically, huge advantage to the man from Wales. There's the problem that confronts Daz Ward. McKenna not really known for his tactical play. He's such a good potter. He likes to go for it.
It was just notable there, wasn't it? A bit of nerves from Rob McKenna, who was biting his nails, watching the shot, thinking, what's he going to do here? Because when you're down and things aren't exactly going right, you're a bit frightened that your opponent's going to take on some crazy shot and win the frame. It's amazing how you start thinking in those situations. It's an excellent shot from McKenna there. He's brought his bad ball into play, put the white ball down near the black, and really there's not a lot of options here for Daz. He's going to have to see something that I can't see. I can't really say any shot that he can play.
Yes. McKenna with all the advantages. Little that Daz Ward can do.
Daz played about the best shot he could there. He's tried the double into the corner pocket and get the white as safe as he can, and he left Rob the punt, which he's took on and played it excellent. And there's one very good positional shot. It's notable that it's on the rail slightly, so he's got to be a little bit careful.
Yes, once McKenna got that plant, the frame was at his mercy. And he's taken it with it again. Leveled accounts here in this best of 17 quarterfinal. It's Rob McKenna 5, Daz Ward 5. And really, Rob McKenna, as soon as he knocked in the plant, this particular one here, he could have taken that red to the center, but he laid all his cards on the table, went for gold. That's just what he got. It was a terrific shot. Really opened the frame up for him.
Frame. Daz Ward 3.
There you see it,
Right final.
confirmation. McKenna from Wales 5, Ward from England 5. I wouldn't want to have to pick a winner in this one. It's been a real seesaw battle.
Red ball bottom.
And with the ball having been potted, it's an open table for Daz Ward. So he's got control.
Yellow ball's nominated.
It was just funny looking at Daz there, wasn't it? He's broke the balls and he's looking around the table for a ball to go in. He's basically calling the balls into the pocket. Very relieved to see one drop in. And now we can go on to the yellers, nominated yellers. Moss pot one with his first shot. And they're sitting very good. He wants to be careful because he's been making one or two daft little mistakes. He just wants to take his time and make sure he finishes this game. He hasn't really got a difficult ball. It's just a matter of picking them off in the right order. One of the ways we do that usually is we look for the best ball to finish on the black with. You pick that ball out and then you build your finish around that. And that's what Daz will be doing now. We're working out exactly what order he's going to pick these off in.
Yes, I was just going to ask you, Keith, when the balls are open like this, players at this level, they see the sequence very quickly. Obviously, if the black is available, they probably choose which ball they want to save to the end and then play to that ball. A lot of advanced thinking in the world of professional 8-ball pool.
Well, he's picked them off pretty good so far, but I'm not sure he's perfect on this yellow. What he wanted to do was get straight on it so he could just stun out about 6 inches and take the yellow into the corner and finish on the black. Now, as you can see, he's had to go the other way around it, come off the cushion. I don't think he's in the position he wanted to be. So it looks like he may just elect to roll this in and take the black into the centre pocket.
This is not easy. There's a lot of pressure on this one. Well, Keith, really, Daz would have expected to get that. But given that it was frame ball, it was never going to be easy.
Yeah, and all that stemmed from 3 shots ago when he wasn't perfect onto the yellow in the corner. Into the middle, Jim. Remember when he had to come off the rail and come back out? He's left the white ball a little further away than he wanted, and he He's cutting it back in slightly, and he's just exaggerated the angle that little bit. Give Rob McKenna a big chance here. He has got the one bad red side rail near the black, which he's just tried to move. So he's still got his work cut out. If there's any man can clear up from these positions, as we saw last year, it's this man at the table, the present champion of the world. I think what Rob's going to try is, it might just go in off the black into the centre pocket. No. I don't think he's too pleased with that, because there is a chance that Daz can come off the cushion and pot it. It's a big pocket.
Rob McKenna knows that he's given Daz Ward an outside chance.
30 seconds remaining.
But it has to be noted, Keith, very outside.
Yeah, it would have to be some shot. But the fact is, if he does make contact with the black, there's a very good chance of potting it. And he's only missed it by millimetres there, hasn't he?
And now, with McKenna having the luxury of having 2 visits, only an earthquake would stop him from taking this frame.
Has to be said though, big miss by Daz, and he'll be thinking about that one. He's missed a couple of other balls. Frame before, he's missed a couple of balls.
In it goes, Rob McKenna again asserting a little authority on this quarterfinal. He surged 1 frame ahead. He now leads Daz Ward from England by 6 frames to 5. But that man, Daz Ward, had a glorious opportunity himself to go the odd frame ahead. This was the black that he missed. Boy, will that one be etched in his mind. And Keith, that's really one that he's got to forget about. You can't carry shots with you. But boy, that was a big one that got away.
And Jim, when you add that on top of the last frame, where he had 3 yellows at his mercy, frame, he could have had a 3-frame lead here. He's chucked it all away. He's back under the cosh.
So the defending champion breaking off here in the 12th frame. Nothing finding its way to a pocket.
Open table.
So now an open table facing Daz Ward.
Again, it's like a lifeline, isn't it? Because just look how well spread they are yet again. And I felt there that if Rob would have potted the ball and cleared up, I think that would have been the end. So Daz has got to keep his composure, which he's shown he can do on many occasions. This is a big out for him here.
30 seconds remaining.
Yellow ball's in play.
And it does tick through your mind a little bit. You've missed a couple of balls in the last couple of frames. And he'll just be having that at the back of his mind while he's clearing up. He knows he does not want to make any mistakes here. So like I said before, all the balls are there. He's only got 1 half up with yellow. And he'll be already working out what he's going to do.
Good shot there, just developing an awkward yellow. And McKenna very interested in his chair. But Daz has been a professional for 5 years. In his 5th season, he started playing the game at the age of 15. So in only 10 years, he's worked his way to the top in his chosen sport. And really, Very similar to snooker in this respect. Controlling that white, it's the key. Right now, Daz Ward is going to need a couple good positional shots to see himself home and dry. What a big frame this is.
30 seconds remaining.
And it has to be said, Jim, not the best shot in the world. I can only imagine there that he was trying to get on the red that he's finished closest to. And what's he going to do here? He's going to have to try and take the ball into the corner. Probably with drag, try and hold the last ball. This is going to be some shot. And he's done it. Big shot that, Jim. Very big shot.
Certainly gives him a chance. But he's still got a little work to do. But he's still at the table. And a quick look there. Difficult to tell if that black is available to the bottom left. The way that Daz has played that, we have to believe it is. It doesn't look like a full pocket, Keith.
No, it doesn't look like a full pocket, but he is perfectly behind the black.
It's there. Great shot from Daz Ward, and the timing couldn't have been better. Again, back on level terms with the defending champion. McKenna 6, Ward 6. And it was a tremendous yellow that Daz Ward got to give himself the opportunity to take that frame. He held the white as well as he could, ideally positioned onto the last yellow. A great pressure ball from Daz Ward. An awful lot to think about in his chair. Daz Ward will be breaking off here in the 13th frame. And what a quarterfinal we've been witnessed here. 6 frames apiece in this best of 17. All to play for. Doesn't get any better than this.
Red ball bottom.
Once again, Daz has a ball on the break. And I think just about every break that Daz has spotted a ball, he's had the better breaks. As you can see, all the yellows are bunched up there near the top. So he may elect to go reds. It's hard to say. It's his decision now. Remembering, of course, if he does elect to take yellows, he must pocket one on his first shot. If he takes reds, he's automatically on them.
30 seconds remaining.
Both groups are kind of well split. But knowing Daz, he'll be looking for the way out already. Be interesting to see what he chooses here. Just depends how he feels in his mind. Yeah, very sensible shot there from Daz. What he's done is elected to take the reds. He's automatically on them. So by playing the safety shot, he's not robbed yellow onto the rail, which obviously cannot be potted. Just look at the 6 reds. Perfect position. So a bit of pressure on Rob here. He's got to do something. Now, we're used to seeing McKenna having a go at these situations, but 6 hole, first to 9. As we've seen already before, he's played a couple of safety shots. Now he's going to try and move this now. Oh dear. Now, that has to be said, that was a little careless because Rob needed to make sure that he kicked that full in the face and got it into the open. And now he's got a very hard finish on. Already down to 4 balls. It's very important now that he plays a very sensible shot. He could always cover the pocket with the bottom yellow if he wishes. But knowing Rob now, he'll probably be having a go.
Tremendous shot, that one. But obviously, you saw his reaction. He knows he's a little unlucky to have knocked that other yellow. One just up in behind the red to a safe position. I really can't see him being able to pot this one and get onto it.
Well, that's one of the things, of course, when you are cannoning balls and that, you're not really sure exactly where they're going to go. You're taking a chance. Rob's took a chance and he hasn't come out brilliant. He's taking on the double. If he gets the double, he's probably won the frame. As it happens, he's giving Daz another chance. This is a very big frame now for both players. They're getting close to the winning line. I think they both appreciate now that this frame could be very important.
And what a character builder this match is going to prove to be. When you come through very close encounters such as this one is turning into, the boost of confidence that it gives you can really put you in good stead for the matches to come.
And that's a great shot there from Daz. What he's thinking is he's got two awkward balls. Obviously, the one near the middle pocket is going to be his biggest problem. But as we said before, when you're playing him along the rails, they're a little tight. So what he's elected to do is come down the table, remove this ball near the bottom rail first, and obviously he's got two balls in good positions to get position on his last awkward ball. Remembering that he's already missed one down that rail in an earlier frame to win, and that will be on his mind a little bit, I'm sure. And we may see him try and move it this time.
Certainly has the angle, so that option is there. Couldn't have played it any better. Perfect pace.
Yeah, and I just had that feeling he was going to try and move it this time. I think he learnt his lesson a little earlier. He took the brave shot down the rail, didn't he, and it rattled. I think he's thinking this time, well, I won't do that again. I'll move it. Took the chance, and he's played it very well. He's run a little bit further than he wanted to here. So he may elect not to roll this in. He may play it down off the two cushions and back out for the black.
Here's the white. Dangerously close to that center pocket. And he's left himself a real tricky black. I'm sure his heart must have been in his mouth there. McKenna obviously feeling like he might well get another chance in this frame. It's going to be all on this black. This is more than missable.
This does look like an in-off, and it's very hard for him to get anything on the cue ball here. Oh, what a great shot. What a great shot. Brilliant.
Tremendous black, dangerously close to fouling on the yellow. What a great shot. McKenna can only watch. He knows now he's fallen a frame behind. 7-6 to Daz Ward.
You're watching Sky Sports 2.
Will be prime, against right, trying 7 primes to 6.
Rob McKenna, the defending 1994 Embassy World Pool champion, and his crown is in jeopardy. He's trailing Daz Ward 7 frames to 6. He's really got to assert some authority on this match now. He's going to live to fight another day. Due all in part to the spectacular play his opposition has provided. Certainly Keith will be relieved to have seen a ball drop in off the break.
Yellow balls in play.
Yeah, and he's elected to go yellows. Not surprising the way they've come out. The only problem he's got here is he's hampered with his first shot. The yellows have fell perfect. And this is one of them situations where you just kind of got to finish. And he'll know that. He's just got to finish out here. If he falls out of position, lets Daz back in, Oh, it's so close to the finishing line, he just can't afford to do it. And Jim, you could say that one wiped its feet, and I think it was trying to get back out.
As Ward's got it all working on his side. But this finish, absolutely imperative for McKenna. He might need just a trace aside on this one. It's going to make the pot a little bit more difficult. Perfectly executed. And the black in, McKenna failing to succumb to Dash Ward. He's leveled it yet again. 7 frames all in his best of 17 quarterfinal. The next one to win 2 frames, they'll be through to the semifinal.
15 frame, as Ward break, 7 frames all.
Well, Daz Ward breaking off. Vital for him to get a ball on the break here to keep control. He hasn't done it.
Open table.
Really needed to get a ball there. It was a terrific finish from McKenna in the last frame. And what a great long shot that is. Develop the awkward red. That opening long red, a real sign of confidence. But by stark contrast, he's lost the cue ball there. Well out of position. Overscrewed that to some degree.
That's right, Jim, and just take a look at the yellows. So he's going to have to play a very good shot here. Cue's in the air. And that's going to be a foul.
Foul.
The reason for that being that no ball has contacted the cushion. And Daz has 2 visits, and the yellow's at his mercy.
And with 2 visits from this position, you have to expect Daz Ward to dish up.
You're getting into the pool a bit now, Jim, aren't you? Dish up. I like that term.
I was just wondering, is Daz a dishwashing detergent or clothes washing detergent?
You mean you don't know? I'm sure our viewers know, though. Obviously, that ball wouldn't go, so he's just manoeuvring that one into position. And it has to be said at 7-all, second visit. There's some pressure out there now. Remembering that whoever wins this frame is just 1 frame from home. So that's very, very important for both players. And Daz being at the table is now the favourite.
Yes, and needless to say, Keith, you can hear a pin drop out there. You can cut the air with a knife right now. The tension really starting to mount. Perfectly played.
And it has to be said, he's played this finish with optimum ease. He's looked very good. He'll be very pleased with this.
So it's the Englishman from Sheffield, Daz Ward. Now just 1 frame away from a place in the semifinals. He leads the defending champion Rob McKenna 8 frames to 7. Rob McKenna knows that it really turned over when he committed this foul. He gave his opponent Daz Ward 2 visits. As we mentioned, you can't do that at this level. He needed to make contact with a cushion, and he knew it right away.
Yes, and that's very unusual, Jim, as most of our viewers will know, watching all cue sports, you're not allowed to play any kind of push shot, shove shot, anything like that. But these rules have been relaxed a little bit there. And as long as you put your cue in the air and you're making a nice effort, the referee won't award a foul. Remembering, of course, it has got to hit a cushion. And that's what Rob failed to do.
Yes, Rob McKenna now knows 2 frames to play, and he needs them both if he's going to live to play another day. He's the holder of this crown, and now he's got 1 foot in the grave and the other one on a banana peel.
Red ball potted.
Well, he got a red, but obviously not happy with the lay of the balls. Keith, from here, any indication which color he may choose? Always easier in our position than his.
Yes, I know that's my own experience. It's a very interesting situation now because Rob's got to make his mind up. He can actually choose a colour and defend a little bit, especially being 1 frame down with 2 to play. But, he may just elect to go if he can just move some of these balls around. The Reds are very well placed.
Well, again, not very happy. He's developed one of the reds, but in so doing, he's put another one in jail. One tight to the yellow, just near the center of our screen. A little unlucky.
Good effort there, though. Jimmy tried to move the red into play. Limited options now. He's down to his last 4 balls, and he's committed. And the next couple of shots, I think, are going to be the most important of the match, especially for this man that's at the table. He's got to find a way of developing the last red. He did actually have a little look before to see if it went in the middle, and that may be an option he's got. If he plays on it, then that's his option. But it looks like he may be trying to move it now.
And he's obviously very happy with that effort. Can he get on the last red? Daz Ward quick to have a look. It's going to be a fine clip into the opposite center.
Yeah, he was tapping the table, Jim, wasn't he? He was saying, come on, go on a little bit more for me. And he's played about the best shot he can from there. Looking where the black's placed, obviously it goes in the corner pocket, left-hand corner pocket, or it goes back in the middle. So he's going to have to move the cue ball around the table now.
Position vital here, and he's overrun it. That could be disastrous.
And that's a big shot, isn't it? Very, very big shot. He's played it perfectly, really. He's just overrun it. Wouldn't it have been a great shot if they landed on it? So this is it then, everyone. Daz is in. Now, his balls aren't very well placed, but he's now the favourite to win.
Yes, especially given the fact that the black has run safe too, Keith. That gives him a little bit of insurance somewhere along the line, because his yellows are pretty awkwardly placed on that left-hand cushion. He might well be looking to exact a foul from his opponent.
Well, he's tried to move the yellows there into play, and he hasn't really succeeded. And as you can see, he's got 1 near the bottom cushion, he's got 3 near the side cushion. So it's very important the next couple of shots he plays. Dangerous shot there from Daz, just rolling off the ball, going behind this yellow. Because if he'd have left Rob full sight of the black, he would have had a double into the middle. In fact, Rob may be able to see some of it. No, he couldn't.
Out. 2 visits.
Well, there's the 2 visits. And now Rob McKenna must surely feel he might well be going out of the 1995 Embassy World Pool Championship. Are we going to see a new title holder?
He's played it well, Jim. He's left the cut in the middle. He's going to leave the cut in the middle and try and move the one off the side. The other bad yellows are potable, and he's still got 2 visits. Very important to keep them to the black because that is very badly placed. It's been a little unfortunate there. This match is far from over. He's got to keep these 2 visits to the black. The next shot is going to be very important for Daz. Whether he can get through to this yellow, I can't quite tell. No, he couldn't. Like I said now, the next shot or 2 are going to be very important. There's a lot of nerves. Lots of nerves out there. Daz having a good look. Very important shot coming up for Daz now.
Well, he lost a heartbreaker as his girlfriend Joanne looks on, willing him to the finish line. He lost a heartbreaker last year under similar circumstances, 7-6 in the quarterfinal. This year, he wants to turn it around. Discretion at that instance.
Yes, he had 2 options there, Jim, didn't he? He could have actually ran the balls out and gone for the double on the black back in the middle. But using his head a little bit here, he's played off the rail, got a total snooker. Rob may just elect to roll up to the yellow and not give him. Oh, this is very surprising from Rob McKenna. He's elected to come out and hit the black. Now, has he had a result? He's had half a result there, Jim, hasn't he?
Well, certainly it's bought him some time, if nothing else. Yellow obviously doesn't pass the black. Nothing easy on for Daz Ward. So as you said, Keith, pool left yet.
Yeah, I'm just looking at what shot he might play. He may elect to take this long pot on into the top, run the white through, and if he should miss, obviously not leave Rob an easy black. Should he get it, of course, would have the yellow into the centre pocket. No, he's just decided he's going to play a safety shot. Remembering that what he plays here, he will be leaving Rob some kind of a shot on the black. That's important to remember. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good shot. Little applause there from tap on the table from Mr. McKenna. Appreciating a very good safety shot.
Really, McKenna in a position of desperation right now. He's got to come up with something extra special.
Yeah, what he was trying there, Jim, just looking, is with the yellow going near that pocket, the top left-hand corner pocket, as we look, it was in effect a big pocket. And if he'd have just caught that black right, then obviously he had a chance to go in off the yellow. But fortune has smiled on him slightly because he's left the black tight on the rail. And that's not Daz's favourite rail, is it?
Won't mind that shot at all. Nodded his head. One of his supporters. Yellow dangling over the corner pocket. He might well have left a snooker to Rob McKenna. Certainly can't see the full black.
Well, that's unbelievable, isn't it? The excitement unbelievable here today. He actually could see a quarter of the ball, enough for the double, and he's only missed it by a couple of inches. If that had gone in, the roof would have gone off, wouldn't it? This is it then, everyone. Daz Ward at the table. 3 more balls to defeat the world champion.
The final yellow and the last black. A bigger ball as Ward will never face. He's done it, and he knows it. The 25-year-old from Sheffield, England, defeats the reigning world champion Rob McKenna. So one thing's for certain, there is going to be a new 1995 Embassy World Pool champion. And could it be that man, Daz Ward? A terrific effort, 9 frames to 7.
So we now know there'll be a new world 8-ball pool champion crowned in Chorley. The defending champion Rob McKenna is out, beaten by the man they call Dazzling Daz, Daz Ward. We'll see Daz again in the semi-final as he tries to fulfill his ambition of becoming world champion. But for now, from all of us here in Chorley, it's goodbye.